Page of Swords. Okay, guys. Welcome to my channel. This is the Queen of Wands, and today we'll be doing a reading for Virgo for the month of April 2020. And this is has a theme, and it's called Ouch, the Ouch, and has certain questions. Okay, I just shuffled and I just put the cards on the table. I'm just skipping this part so I can go quickly to the reading. Okay, so the questions are how I love you, and how I hurt you, and how I defend myself. And then it's them, how they love you, how they hurt you, how they defend themselves, and what we can do about it. Okay, this is like an outcome, a solution type. And this is the card that I got. All right, so let's start with how I love you. So with the how I love you, we have here the Two of Swords. I was expecting more romantic um, card, but we got the moon in Libra. And it's funny because in the bottom of the deck, I just saw here we have the sun. So we got the moon in Libra, and she's sitting in this rock here, and she was minding her business. She was in this calm, quiet, dark waters with the moon in Libra, introverted. And suddenly, just like that, she had this something just swept her off her feet. She felt this person. She didn't need to see. She knew that it was coming. So it's you, okay? You love her to the point that with this rock, it reminds me of that song, You Rock My World. You know, everything around her, the world is like shifting, and these big waves in the middle of nowhere in this ocean is, but she's still there. She got these swords up, but they're there just to balance her feelings and emotion and to feel. She's getting these signals from the divine. She doesn't need to see. She sees with her third eye chakra. That's how she knows that this person makes her heart, you know, jump of joy, but also triggers part of herself that she doesn't want to face. Because when the Two of Swords shows up, sometimes we don't want to see. It's like that mirror effect with the sun. You see here, we got the sun here in reverse. We got this sun symbol here. I don't know if you guys see it. It's like the third eye chakra, right? And is there to make you see and make you face your shadow side. The sun is there to trigger the unconscious and bring it back to the conscious level. You see, it takes a lot of love and attention. This you see how she's taking care of this horse to heal deeper pains and wounds. And she loves this person because she sees him as a gift from God, because that triggered part of herself that she needed to face in order to heal and be happier with herself, right? That's what that she definitely feels like he rocked her world. I see this big rock and all these waves around it, and but she knew, she sensed, she didn't see with her eyes, she sees with the eyes of the mind and the soul, and her intuition told her that this person is special in her life. That much she loves him, and she loves him beside of the all these turmoils here. She's still standing there stoic and firmly on that rock. That shows the determination. And despite so thick and thin, kind of, uh, she stands still there, immovable, because that's much she loves. You love him. You are the light of my eyes, right? This eye, the third eye. The moon and the sun needs its shadow side in order to look within and find the light within and find true happiness and joy by exposing areas of your life that were dormant or you didn't want it to face, fears, pains, anything, shame, so many things. So you see him as a gift in your life, and then you are the love. He is the love of your life. That's how you see him. I love these sunflowers. Oh my God, every time I see them, it's just, they're so simple, but they're just full of life and light. And they need light. They move their head like, whenever the sun goes. And that's how we should be, like the sunflowers, We feel the warmth of the sun rays. We got to focus that energy there. Sometimes you need to withdraw and face the shadow side in order to see the potential in you. And I think this person saw the potential in you, and they're there to trigger parts of you so you're build that confidence and strength in yourself. And you are thankful for that. Okay? So, okay, that's good. So now how you hurt them. So you hurt them with a judgment card. Gosh. So there were a lot of maybe even verbal attack, or maybe you made them, you triggered part of themselves that they didn't want it to see. You see, they're very conscious here with a judgment card. Here you see them completely naked because they got the call, they got the wake-up call, and now they're listening to the divine, they're listening to the inner message that the divine is sending them. Judgment is the card of resurrection. So maybe you hurt them consciously or unconsciously in a way that triggered part of themselves. Like you are triggered, they were triggered. That mirror effect, we got the moon here with the sun, is about that mirror effect. Mirroring, you trigger, but you expose areas of yourself that they're very conscious. And maybe you hurt them by saying the stuff. This guy here is saying Gabriel carries the trumpet, the messenger of God. Maybe you were saying things they didn't want it to face. There was verbal attack. Maybe that was also you didn't forgive them maybe for something. Maybe they always felt like attacked by you, and you always point the finger by judging them constantly. Yeah, with a judgment card. Maybe you're too judgmental. Yeah. That's how you hurt them. They were always under control and observation, and they didn't felt relaxed about you. They felt like you were always doing the wrong thing. Yes, you did this in the name of God. You did that. You gonna be judged. And you made them feel very conscious about many things and insecure. And maybe they were part of themselves that he realized that he needed to work on. Sometimes it comes across as like they did with you. Things that they didn't necessarily had to hurt you, but unconsciously maybe they did. And you were triggered in parts of your life and self that you didn't feel existed. They were dormant. The same with him. And they never apologized. You never apologized. This is his card of forgiveness. So you were always on the position of the attacker, and he always felt like the victim or the abuse, and maybe he took advantage of that too, being the victim after always saying, well, you're so miserable and happy all the time. That's not my problem, huh? But the eagle here and the sun here is there to show that this is a divine intervention. So, and it's so funny because I've gone through that myself. There were answers and solutions that would have been given to the situation sooner. But for some reasons, none of the parties would give a solution. And it didn't click, it didn't hit. There could have been earlier solutions. But the divine doesn't want you to find that answer quickly. They want to prolong it until you figure it out and you learn and you forgive and release and really forgive without expecting any apologies in return. Everybody got to forgive themselves and the others, and forgive themselves first. Because the reason we cannot forgive the others is because we cannot forgive ourselves. And why don't we forgive ourselves? Because we cannot forgive that how they did us wrong. So we got to keep punishing them. But that is part of ourselves, that we're very conscious about some insecurities in ourselves. That's why we cannot tolerate. So it's a very dual card. There's a sense of duality, right, here. And they're very conscious here, hiding themselves, like their body parts. And not that this child who is genuine, he's pure, is innocent. So it's like the end of the innocence, and you're striving for that innocence, and that's when the wake-up call comes, the judgment call. It wakes you up both in the way that you both got to release and let go of this the ego, the fears, the pride. With the judgment card, everything comes with it. And just to be yourself, show that butt and just don't care. Just embrace yourself to the fullest, just as you are. Love yourself, all of you. Is that song, All of Me Loves All of You? Yeah. John, all of me, John loves all of you. You go, because you got to embrace the imperfections too, in and out. And you got to forgive and be kinder, gentle with yourself, and not too harsh and judgmental. The reason we're judgmental on others is because we do see things in ourselves that we're so harsh on ourselves. Or maybe somebody was harsh on us and then had expectations, and you never met them. You felt like a failure, total failure, disappoint yourself, disappoint the others. So now it's your turn to be harsh on others. That's another way. So you hurt them, like being too controlling. Okay, let's move a bit quicker. So what's next? How you defend yourself? We got the Ace of Pentacles. You defend yourself by focusing on yourself. You see, he got this huge pentacle. He's jiggling it. He's working with it, whatever he's doing. But the best way of defending yourself is by focusing your energy and positivity on yourself. And, you got to take care of numero uno first, right? And because by taking care of yourself, look, there's a big garden here and a lot of bushes here. You gotta trim it once in a while. That secret garden. So you gotta trim it and take care. TLC, tender love and care, water it down, nurture it. Because when you take care of yourself and your environment and your surroundings, that shows sense of calmness, integrity, love, self-care. And guess what happened? You're more happier, you're more confident, and people will notice that to you, and you're more approachable. Okay, people will approach you more. You make friends after. That's how it works. But first, you need to show that you can do this on your own. It's important. And that's your defense, not defense mechanism. It sounds a bit too defensive, but use this as a tool, a sense of self-worth, okay? Value yourself, okay? Don't underestimate yourself, never. And the power that you have in your hand. You got the power, right? You make it. If you don't have it, create it, make it. So how they love you. Oh my God, every time I shuffle my cards, the Nine of Cups shows up. This is a beautiful card of love. This person has fallen head over heels for you. The Nine of Cups is such a happy, fulfilling feeling. This kid is like a happy kid. Look at his face. Every time I do my readings, I shuffle, and this is always. I don't know why, but this person is like waiting there, waiting for you, is watching you. You make him complete, you make him happy. You're like a message from God. You're like a love, like a gift. You're like a gift coming from afar, like the stars. Yeah. Use like, maybe it's a distant connection. It's like a gift coming from the star, from like shooting star, and always coming with these messages with the Saint Gabriel again here, like with a trumpet, and they got these messages of love, and he got the cups ready for you. He just fills it up. They'll just fill it up, and he feels fulfilled. He feels complete. There's a sense of healing with this card. Is a sense of very being very satisfied with your life, with your surroundings. The full picture is here, like he feels completed. You complete me, he's saying here. You complete my picture and my life with you. It's like that missing puzzle that you are looking for. It's which it comes to the 10 of cups. The missing piece is like you filling the cups. That's what makes the 10th cup. And he feels like you're like the precious gift, and you really makes this man a very happy man. That's for sure. He has some deep feelings for you, very deep feelings, and he dreams about you because it's a watery card, right? So there's a lot of fantasies and dreaming and nostalgia, but he's so happy. He's got this big smile, eh? I can't get over it. Like, never seen anything like this. But yeah, you're like a gift that was meant for him, and he feels like this is meant for me, and I feel honored that God hasn't forgotten about me, and actually he knows what I want, and he knows what to send my way. Okay, that's it. So how they love you and how they hurt you now. So how they hurt you? Oh my God, we got the Emperor here. Stubborn son of a gun. They they might have been a bully when it comes in reverse, because that's how they hurt you. Big ego here, big ego. Let's see the sun. There's the moon here, but this is an Aries card. Aries, the first astrological sign affiliated with the sun, right? Also, he has Mars in it. Mars, very fiery, very impulsive, very aggressive, action packed. But when they attack you, they abuse you, they bully you, they try to diminish you, devalue you. They try to rub it on your face with other women. They really they threw they said this is war. This is war. Like with the Mars, we got the Mars energy in Aries here. With he's like, this is war, you bitch. Probably he said that in his mind. You're not gonna win with a Mars. You never win. So he was treating you like you were his worst enemy, and you're like, I'm not your enemy. Don't treat me like I'm your enemy. I care about you. I'm your friend. I I have feelings for you, but please do not treat me so mean. Be kind. I'm just a woman, looking for affection from a man that she cares about. And there's nothing here to be mean. And he could have been even like a ghosting you, because the emperor in reverse, that's what he does. He has the world in the palm of his hand, and he sits somewhere there in the middle of nowhere. You see, he like a cave. You don't even know where the guy, and he runs the world from there. Not talking to you, not making, he has all the tools. So that means he makes other people do the job for him. That's another one. So he would abuse you mentally and do things, or trigger you with other women to get you, to hurt you emotionally and cause insecurities in you. And big ego here with a sun. He's like, I gotta win. I gotta win. She's not gonna win. So it was about this ego fighting, and it became like a war, like the worst enemy. He treated you like you were his worst enemy, while you're the person who cares the most than anybody else. All right. So, and how they defend themselves? Oh wow, we got the Hierophant. They Hierophant is very methodological. Methodical. Um, he has his own values, his morals, how they defend themselves. Let me think about with a Hierophant. They always act like they're superior to you. They always have like they have the key to unlock any answer. They got the answers. They got the key, and they have the answers to everything. They know it all. Yeah. You see, you like the student, they're the teacher. They're mentors, they're smarter than you. They're always trying to teach you lessons. They're always above you. Always. It's again with this ego part here with Emperor. And they defend by saying that I speak my truth. And then on the positive side of it, that's exactly what that is. They never promised anything. They spoke their truth. They never, but they did play you. They did play you by saying that I speak the truth, but they have the key to twist the truth. Okay, so yeah, but they always had this behavior like they're God. They know it all, right? That attitude. Um, they also the Hierophant represent also the card of trust and self worth, sense of self worth. So they defend themselves by saying that I know my worth, I know what I want, I know my truth, and that's that there is it just hit me now in my head. Who do I trust? Me. That's another thing. I never thought of Hierophant like that. We talk about trust with Hierophant all the time. It just like something spoke in my ear and said, "Who do I trust? Me." With the Hierophant, since he knows it all, he always acts from a place that he trusts only himself. That's how he defends himself. Yeah, he trusts only himself, and he will do things in a way that you got to make sure that you trust him. But does he trust himself, and does he trust you? So it's all about who do I trust? Me. Okay, so then you trust nobody else because you trust only your belief system, your thoughts. Then you are always right. That's what you trust. But do you compromise? Hierophant rarely compromises. He is very strong and structured, opinionated individual or organization, whatever it is. His old this is a very old traditional point of view and values, but sometimes you got to be more compassionate and more understanding and see things from other people's perspective. And just because you have the keys and the answer to everything, you have no right to twist it how you want it and twist the truth. But in the end, he does what he does, and he trusts his truth. Okay, that's how he defends himself. Who do I trust? I trust me. And you do okay because you're saying okay because I trust me. The same thing. So, and then now the outcome. What can you do about it? Okay, so with the outcome here, you got the Page of Swords. What can you both do about it? With the Page of Sword is a very genuine thinking, very maybe pure, but the negative side of this, it can be a bit arrogant, it can be selfish, it can be talking stupid immaturely. So what you can do about it is about communication, of course. The swords is about communication, sharing thoughts, being honest, because it's a page, it's not a knight and it's not a king. Being in the initial stages of communication, maybe being free, being fun, being silly. The communication can start from scratch, but it has to start somewhere. And with the page of swords, it remind me of this guy, because it's about also talking about nonsense and stupidity and being a very um, childish. There is this guy, and we don't talk often, but once in a blue moon, when we talk, the only thing I hear from him is the word. Not that he talks like that, but with me, it happened to say the word shit. Pardon my French. Shit, crap, shit, and diarrhea, and fart. Sorry, guys, I said these bad words. I apologize, but um, that's when he sees me, that's what that's what I trigger in him, you know. He That's how the conversation develops in a very stupid way, and it makes me laugh because I know he doesn't mean that. I know him. He would never. He's a very smart man, very intelligent, very articulate, but with me, we talk so rarely. So, but when we talk like beginners. This is a very beginner's chit chat, and I used to get also offended initially because I really wanted to get close and get to talk to him about nothing, and we talk about nothing. But for some reasons, our conversations were very almost vulgar, but it was not done purposely, not with malintentions. It was just came across in the wrong way. With a page of swords, it comes the wrong way across. So be compassionate, be understanding when that happens. And so I do that too. Sometimes I say stupid things, and then he acts like the hierophant, like teaching me, don't be so harsh on yourself. You know, like I don't know myself, you know, like I know what I know. Don't tell me. I'm just trying to tease you so we can start talking a bit. But he does the hierophant, like always like, oh, well, you should better, you know, too harsh on yourself. I'm like, pal, you know, I'm just trying to get you to talk a bit. Anyway, but yeah, I talk stupid, he talks stupid, we talk stupid, but just let it go and just laugh about it and give yourself another chance, another day to say something more meaningful. But who wants to talk about meaningful things anyway? It gets tiring. You just want to be funny and laugh. And yes, so this is what it is about. And sometimes it's about misunderstanding. So don't take it personal. It's because there is a sense of being nervous around this person. This person triggers you in a way that, you know, you talk stupid all the time. They talk stupid, and you just, whoever watches you to interact, they're like, oh, these people are dumb. Like, what does he see in her? What does she see in this guy? All they say is fart and shit. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. But it just love makes you act stupid and childish, and until you balance those emotions, and it takes time, you're gonna talk stupid like that. So but yeah, and you allow yourself to be uh, genuine and be pure, be naive, be fun, be silly, be, yeah, this is the initial stages of communication. So this is how, what was the question? How, what you can do about it? It's about just interacting, you know, and keep it lighthearted. Don't overanalyze it, and that's it. All right. So I think this is it. So I had this card before. I can shuffle again, but the number 15 popped up here. One Ring Circus, and I'm just curious to quickly read about it. Number 15, if I got time. Gosh, if not, that's okay. Number 15, you are capable and competent. Independence is key now as you step into your journey today. Others may not have the vision or resources that you need. Okay, is this one here? Let me show you. Okay, the resources that you need. Recognize that all the wisdom you've acquired along the way makes you particularly competent, capable of moving forward with assurance. Self-reliance is important. Another aspect to consider is creating and maintaining clear boundaries between you and another. Okay, be discerning about your partnerships at this time. When you know who you are and have a healthy sense of where you end and others begin, you're able to enter to the best kind of relationships and will attract people who mirror back your wholeness. Oh my God. It's like that Ace of Pentacle I was talking to you about. You see, when you have a healthy relationship with yourself, you mirror back to them the same energy, right? And interdependent relationships are always mutually supportive, stimulating, and transformative. You can achieve anything at this time. You see that? Those healthy boundaries, okay? One step at a time, but you got to stay within your healthy boundaries, building something that fulfills you on your own. That's for sure. Oh, wow. And then when you are complete, and then everybody feels that energy and they feel complete. And yeah, of course, that's how people then start interacting when they feel that sense of groundedness and calmness. And yeah. All right. So this is it. Thank you so much, guys. I love you. Bye bye.